Still 23rd April, and it's 11:20 p.m. and I'm awhile, and welcome to another rant. This one we'll start with the very second couplet in Ghalib's Diwan. We have already discussed the first couplet. The second one, hear it out. Kave Kave, Kave Kave, sakhtjanihai tanhai na pooch. Kave Kave, sakhtjanihai tanhai na pooch. Subha karna sham ka lana hai juए शीर का. Once again, Kave Kave, कावे कावे सख्त जानी हाय तन्हाई न पूछ सुबह करना शाम का लाना है जुए शीर का. So कावे कावे, it's the sound of digging granite. Kat kat kav 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 kav. So कावे कावे सख्त जानी, सख्त is hard, Jan is life, so it's so tough to live that way. Which way? Kave kave sakht jani hai tanhai na pooch. Tanhai, loneliness. So kave kave sakht jani hai tanhai na pooch. So just don't ask about how painful it is to be lonely. And it's a bit like that sound of cow, cow, cow. What is that sound referring to? It's referring subha karna sham ka. Subha karna, to make it to dawn. Subha karna sham ka, of the evening. Lana hai juए शीर का, to bring canal, sheer, milk. So it's so tough to make it to the morning after every evening, as if every night one is digging a canal of milk. And what does that refer to? That refers to the story, the Persian story of Shiri and Farhad. So Shiri was this beautiful princess who loved the king of that time, and the king also liked, loved, or whatever, and he wanted, obviously, she sort of quote unquote belonged to him, but Farhad was this man who was a sculptor, and he fell in love with Shiri, and Shiri, remember, was in love with the king Khusro Parvez. So Khusro tells this one Farhad that look, if he digs a canal of milk through a granite mountain, that mountain was supposed to be full, like complete rock, and if he brings that canal of milk so that Shiri can bathe in that, then he will allow Farhad to marry Shiri. Now he worked really hard, and he was just night and day doing that cow, 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 and obviously he was lonely. And the poet there again is saying that he is lonely, as we all are, sitting at our homes in the lockdown, hoping that the lockdown will get over soon enough and that the virus will be beaten back. So from every evening, making it to the morning is like digging that canal of milk. The original story is rather depressing. This one actually almost made it. Farhad actually almost did it. He almost got the canal there. And then Khusro Parvez, the king, really got alarmed. So he sent a woman with the false message that Shiri has died. And as a result, Farhad, of broken heart, killed himself. So, moral of the story, we have to spend all of our evenings in loneliness trying to get to the morning, but we have to make sure that when the morning comes, we don't lose hope. We don't lose hope like Farhad did. Yeah. So Kave Kave, sakhtjanihai, tanhai na pooch. Subha karna sham ka lana hai juए शीर का. That was Ghalib for you. And since this is the 6th rant, let me just cover the points, just the points of what I have spoken of. That you will need these things in post-COVID life. What are these things you will need? Love, beauty, truth or reality or scientific literacy, mathematics literacy, knowing that the sequence of success is be, then do, then have, not worrying, knowing the limits of knowledge and therefore working within those, good stewardship of our ecosystems. And these ecosystems are not just the Earth's ecosystems, but our very ecosystems in which we live. As in, I live at my home. My home is my ecosystem. The people who live with me, my family, they are my ecosystem, and I have to be a good steward here. Then preparedness for future, being realistic but at the same time hopeful, helping others in doing the same. Then not panicking, not being afraid, helping others do the same. Safeguarding emotional self, empowering others, grabbing the initiative, remembering that we can change ourselves, not others, because we have to face the facts. We don't really allow others to change us. Only we can change ourselves. So if we don't allow others to change us, we can't change others. So the only possibility is change ourselves, and then seeing us as an example, the other person might change. And if they don't, well, we are the one who will go forward. They won't. Being forgiving, figuring out how to change others, which is what we have spoken about just now. Ritual versus actual, defining our own success, being happy, being safe, making happy, making safe, gratefulness mindset. So that's what I think we've done so far. And if you just give me a second. Right. So I was just trying to make sure that I've not forgot to mention some of the important points. Well, that's it. We are already into 10 minutes. So let me just quickly read out some of the other things which I think are going to happen in post-COVID life. People will be controlled through AI, artificial intelligence, resulting in a greater chance of loss of independent thought and human intellectual, philosophical, and spiritual progress. Those who are able to continue to have those in the face of manipulation through artificial intelligence will be the ones who will take the human civilization forward. You see, already we are finding that more and more governments are using all kinds of marketing tools and techniques to control us, and we are getting controlled. I am afraid of the time when AI will be used to do that. Then even less number of people will be able to figure out what's happening. Anyway, I suspect that's what will happen. Work will be more and more from home. There will be huge reduction in jobs all over. Only the best will be able to hold the good, well-paying jobs. All others will be dependent on minor service-related works. Maybe we will have to have some kind of a universal basic income so that the people who will not get jobs will at least be able to continue living. As for jobs, AI, artificial intelligence control and its development is almost a certainty now. The cream of the jobs will go to those few who will be able to work in that space creatively, because as of now creative works will not go to AI. The first wave of AI that we will see will not be that great at creative jobs. They'll be good at repetitive kind of predictable kind of jobs. So creative jobs, they'll still be available, and creatively creating AI, that would be the, I think, the creme de la creme kind of a job that one can have. The next highest growth after AI will be in robotics, where there will be lots of job in design, manufacture, and until the robots start building themselves, these jobs will be there, and a little bit of scope will be there in sales of these robots as well. Education will become less classroom oriented and more self-driven. Degrees will lose importance because there'll be fewer mass jobs. See, degrees are required really for selection in mass jobs, in doing things which people have to sort of do these repetitive jobs, which will soon, well, not in the next 5 years, but after that, they will go to AI and robots. Cars and trucks will become more or less self-driven, and drivers will lose their jobs. Medical education is likely to see more investment and therefore more opportunities, as will be medical and pharma research, hospitals, etc., etc. Doctors, nurses, medics, paramedics, service lab tech, etc. All these trainings and jobs, they will increase. Retail will go in for some kind of a tailspin, Department stores, malls, strip malls will be out of fashion. Mostly I think it will be delivery, and at some point soon enough the deliveries also will move on to drones. So people will not really be there. There might be a few neighborhood shops which might remain. Air conditioned spaces will go out of fashion. Big central air conditioned spaces, until they are able to find a way of keeping those completely safe. Because if you disinfect an air conditioned space too much, it is certainly going to have some effect on our health as well. So I don't see how that will work in the next 5 years, 10 years maybe. After that, maybe some breakthrough will happen. Engineering, education and jobs will reduce. Pollution will reduce. And probably we will see less. Pollution will probably still increase, but it will go down, and from there the rate of increase will be low. Human population might decrease or go into negative growth territory. Poverty will certainly increase. I think India will lose its GDP growth trajectory. Probably GDP itself as a marker of progress will become unpopular and will be replaced by some other standard. Gulf countries will send back most of the expats as oil and gas usage growth will moderate. Dubai will probably fail because the Dubai business model is really dependent upon tourism and lots of international travelers going there and spending their money there. That probably will not be feasible anymore, at least not for the next 5 to 10 years now. Then one doesn't know. Capitalism will lose a lot of its appeal and challenges to it will slowly emerge. Those who continue investing their self-worth in their wallet will come face to face with more and more crises. Mobile phone apps, low-cost entertainment such as TikTok, etc., will become the mainstay of the time spent by people. Social tensions might increase. Leadership, I think, will change. I don't know what will happen because now I can see with complete clarity that we will be all herded through artificial intelligence systems, which means that whichever corporation controls that AI system will effectively be the government, even if there is some other pretense, some other curtain is put, and some other set of people are supposed to be governing, but the actual governance will be done by those corporates who will own the AI systems. Healthcare will no more be focused on large multi-speciality hospitals, huge universities, and in fact all businesses which rely on large hub and spoke kind of service models such as airlines and so forth, they will unravel. The whole business of air conditioning will go away, or it will become much less in importance. air travel, of course, as I said, will reduce greatly, as will hotel industry. So this is as much time as we have today, and let's see when we come back for the next rant. Until then, thanks. Bye bye.